As some of you who've been watching the channel for a while know, I have Crohn's, and it's a chronic disease for which there's no cure. And so every year I have an appointment with my specialist at the hospital in London to check up and make sure I'm okay. It used to be every 6 months, but after I cycled across Canada, she said I was too well, so I got a year pass, which is nice because it's in central London. They're usually running late, so I just take the whole day off work and make the most of it. So I thought I would take you guys along and just show you a little bit of London, maybe go for a ride on a Boris bike. So initially, when I went to ER the first time with stomach problems in London, I chose this hospital because it looks so modern. Just trying to find some bike, a Boris bike to pick up. Ride to my next destination. Using the London City bikes is pretty straightforward. Once you find one, and you can use an app for that, you can use City Mapper, or you can use the app for the Santander bikes, or the Boris bikes are also known as, and you can also use the app to pay your access fee rather than use this really annoying computer. So the touchscreen on these is pretty rubbish, and you have to go through quite a long questionnaire to release the bikes. So what you do is you pay your £2 for 24 hours access, and once you have that 24-hour access, you can rent the bikes in chunks of 30 minutes, and that's all included in the £2. If you go over that 30 minutes, then you start paying an hourly rate on top of the access fee. I believe it's £90 for a year, so they're great way to get around London if you live in a zone that has them. I don't happen to, that's why I've not got around to downloading the app, which I really need to do. So yeah, the instructions are pretty straightforward, and eventually it will print out a code that you use to enter into the docking station, and that releases the bike. And so that's how it works. When I choose a bike, I give them a once over just to make sure there's nothing obviously wrong with the bike I've chosen, and once I release the bike, I adjust the seat to the correct height. As you'll see in a minute, they have baskets on the front, but they're pretty useless, as in they don't have sides to them. So I used it once and had my bag slide off the side on the road while I was riding, which is a bit brutal. So I usually just bring a tote bag or shopping bag that converts into a backpack if I think I'm going to use the bikes. So they have 3 gears, and as you'll see in a minute, they are absolute tanks. So you won't be going speedily down the road on these and worrying about a high-speed crash, because they're pretty slow moving, but they're sturdy, so they're pretty easy to ride. They have 3 gears, which is plenty for London. Yeah, so you'll see me enter the code here, and I pick a dug bike because it won't release. You have to wait till the light flashes green before you yank on the bike to release it. And then yeah, once you have a green light, you're go. And the same when you put it back, you just have to make sure you get that green light.
short little spin on a Boris bike around Marylebone, and now I'm just going to my appointment. So yeah, it was probably per kilometre a pretty expensive ride. I was trying to find a dockless bike and I couldn't find one, which would have been a bit more convenient because I'm doing a lot of walking backwards. But anyway, just need to get on a bike on a nice day like today.